Hello ladies and gentlemen and welcome to NXT. We are just a few hours before NXT actually goes on air, but we've got a special broadcast here in Birmingham, England. As you saw with Monday Night Raw, this is a new special product of WWE called WWE Before Dusk. As we got a couple of matches to showcase here on WWE Before Dusk NXT edition. And first things first, the first superstar in the first match is Elias. Elias Sampson is out here carrying that guitar, got money on it. He's here in England. And he looks ready to go. 100% ready to go. But, I honestly have no idea who his opponent is. I have not been filled in on that information. But Elias, he doesn't care. Elias, all he wants to do is go out there, beat some people up, win the match, and then play the guitar. That's all he wants. But Elias hasn't had too much success, honestly, here in Universe mode, but this could be the opportunity to turn his luck around. Let's see. What the... Who? Mojo Rawley. Okay then. I don't know who this guy is, but he is looks like he may have what one might call a little too much energy, if you ask me, but nonetheless, he is hyped up, he's ready to go. You can definitely see that. So will this hyped up machine Mojo Rawley be able to win a match in his debut here on NXT? Well, Elias is not a pushover, I can definitely say that, so still kind of a tough debut. But definitely here if if Elias can pick up the win, that definitely goes to help him 100%. Could definitely help him push him up into that NXT title picture. But Mojo, he really can't afford a loss here. It's his debut, very first match. Especially since nobody knows who he is. As both men just staring each other down. As we got as part of the new look that Kurt Angle, Raw GM, mentioned on Raw. As this man, Mojo Rawley, just running around the ring. Pacing around. Getting in the face of Elias Sampson. And oh my god. Elias just hit a discus forearm on Mojo Rawley, and he shook it off like it didn't even touch him. I cannot believe that. As Mojo Rawley just screaming at Elias. If watching old Jeff Jarrett back in the day has taught me anything, I'll say you should never, and I mean ever, get in the face of a guy with a guitar, or else you know what happens. As Elias just nailing a bunch of running knees into the face, as there's a knee drop as well. Elias making Mojo pay. As there's that discus forearm he wanted earlier. No shaking that one off, Rawley. Yeah, but Elias, he shut down the early momentum. And just look at that. Still early in the match, but Mojo already dropping down to a knee. Elias just getting in the face of Mojo. Giving a taste of his own medicine. After that axe handle to the back of the neck. But now Elias suplexing him back in the ring. And now Elias just doing his thing, playing that air guitar. I guess Mojo's the kind of guy that once you shut down that early rally, he can't do anything. I could be wrong, but Elias is surely proving my point right at the moment. As there's an Irish whip in the corner, and another running knee. Now Elias Sampson just stomping a mud hole in the chest of Mojo Rawley. And I know Elias likes to call those stomps the drifter stomps. As now he's got him up, for a power bomb. High angle power bomb. 1, 2. He could have him already. No. Mojo barely got that shoulder up. Maybe 2 7/8. But Elias not going off the attack. I know how to word. But Elias with another knee drop. Now he's got him up. And a fireman's carry backbreaker. And Elias is in the corner. He's fired up. He realizes that Mojo Rawley can't do anything about what he's doing. And now a shot to the back. Look at this. A rolling cutter. A move very similar to NXT General Manager Cody Rhodes' Crossroads, as there's the big swinging neck breaker from Elias. And there's a 1, a 2, and a 3. And Elias Sampson has just picked up the win over this guy Mojo Rawley, who, well, as we know, just made his NXT debut, and he did not look impressive in the slightest. But of course, you know, Elias, that's a huge win for him. As he now bending down to pick up the guitar. You know he's going to be singing a lot of songs out here in Birmingham tonight. But we got another match coming up. So I know you're going to enjoy that one. I know you will. And now, of course, we are ready for the final match of NXT Before Dusk. And it involves Aiden English and, of course, Aiden English has his tag team partner, Simon Gotch. No, he doesn't. That's strange. Normally, Aiden English and Simon Gotch are inseparable. Normally, you know, the Vaudevillains are always together, but tonight, no, Aiden English, he is here alone to get ready for his match. And this opponent, I can tell you, is Apollo Crews. Aiden English versus Apollo Crews. I'm sure that will be, you know, a pretty good match, to say the least. But yeah, I can't get off the fact that Simon Gotch isn't here. Simon Gotch is the NXT Cruiserweight Champion. Of course, we know he won that back at NXT Arrival by getting to the finals of the tournament and beating Ty Dillinger in the finals. It was also a tournament that his tag partner Aiden English was in as well. I don't know why Gotch wouldn't be out here tonight. I mean, I'm sure we'll figure out later on, but for the time being, let's not focus on that little fact. Because like I've said before, Apollo Crews versus Aiden English, that will be a good match, and those two just had to focus on each other. So, but a little interesting factoid here, if you will allow. Apollo Crews actually has not won a match, and actually, neither has Aiden English. Surprisingly, Apollo Crews is 0-3, and the last time, and no, I'm wrong, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse my falseness, if you will. Aiden English has won a match. I don't even know where I pulled that fact out of, or incorrect fact, whatever. But Apollo Crews, I do know, is 0-3, winless, and that's interesting, because he definitely should pick up a win. We know he's got the talent in the ring to, you know, be a champion. He just has not been able to prove that he's worthy of a championship because, he hasn't been able to pick up a win. But tonight could very well be the night, as referee rings the bell, and these two men, of course, just walking around each other, just keeping the peripheral vision on each other. As Apollo on that second rope, as just taunting each other. You know, the fans, you know, they do like both the Vaudevillains and Apollo Crews, so I'm not surprised that they're both trying to get the crowd behind each other. But Aiden English got the upper hand with the collar and elbow. And that doesn't really surprise me. Apollo is more an all-around wrestler, but technical, I'd say, probably is not his strongest suit. But he got the upper hand there. But you see, English quickly going to get out of that to go back into the side headlock and drives the right hand right into the face. But Apollo got to block that. And there's the running clothesline and a kip up. And just like that, the explosive offense, very reminiscent of another fellow NXT superstar, Shelton Benjamin. We saw him compete back at NXT Arrival, and we haven't seen him since. But he put on a really good match in a winning effort then against Johnny Gargano. But we have not seen him since, like I said before, but there's a 2 on Aiden English, but English gonna stay alive. As English gonna fight out of the corner, quickly roll him up. Got a 1. No, Royal 1. Apollo not gonna. Of course, he doesn't want to get beat by a roll up. As Aiden with a schoolboy, but got not very good ring positioning. But Aiden just striking away as there's a snap mare. It drives the point of the elbow into the back of the neck, just trying to wear down Apollo. And that's definitely that's definitely what I would expect. Of course, Aiden is a cruiserweight, and he normally would have the speed advantage as Aiden just choking out Apollo Crews. But in this match, I'd actually say the speed advantage would probably go to Apollo Crews. As now, after the snap mare, Aiden trying to pull some dirty tricks, raking the eyes. Well, Apollo said, "Not today." And he hit the discus forearm as well. There's now a couple of punches. A rebound off the ropes. Leapfrog. Ducks underneath. And a drop kick. A beautiful standing drop kick. Got a 2. But again, Aiden's able just to lift that shoulder off the canvas. But that knocked him silly. As Apollo Crews just kicked an inanimate object. He just kicked the rope, and Aiden English just, I don't know if it was kicking the bottom rope or it was the fact that Apollo just taunted right in front of him, but he was just like punching the back, like no remorse. But Aiden once again, after the back and forth strikes, kicked his way out of the corner. There's a European uppercut. Apollo blocked the right hand. There's a huge spinning heel kick, and Apollo is fired up. But he's not the crazy fired up as we saw in the last match with Mojo Rawley. This fired up as they just collided against each other. Neither man knew what to do, but Apollo's gonna be able to reverse whatever Aiden had in mind. They're both still stunned from like hitting heads. But Aiden just warmed up that right hand, and he hit 2 very good strikes with it. As now he's got Apollo up in the high rent district. It's Apollo who reversed in a diving shoulder block. Huge diving shoulder block from Apollo Crews. And now he's setting up for something. Oh, Apollo got him up. Gorilla press. There it is. And looking to follow up with a patented standing moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Apollo Crews, after a good matchup with Aiden English, has picked up the win with that Gorilla Press standing moonsault combination. And Apollo Crews, just like that, I called it before the match started. He got the win that he needed. And that's huge. But that's all for NXT Before Dusk. But be sure to stay tuned, because in just a few hours, NXT will be going live. But until NXT goes live, I'm James Merkerson for WWE, and I'll see you later.